Hey, Josh Teague, Running T Farms. Morning cattle move here. Wanted to take just a few quick seconds and talk a little bit about the Total Grazing program. As many of you guys know, I have taken Jaime Elizondo's Total Grazing program course. It's a very good course. He asked me if I would say a few words about some of the progress we've made since taking his course, and so I will just view behind me here. It's February the 28th. We're still grazing stockpile. Got a lot of stockpile left. He has a very good course. I was at a grazing conference over the weekend, and I was hearing a speaker get on some researchers about using terms and making comments on systems that they weren't really. They had done some research citing regenerative grazing practices, and when you dig into the details, that just really wasn't how they were conducting their research. And I would say almost without fail, that is what I see talked about or mentioned when in regards to non-selective grazing. They go out here and they graze their grass down to the ground. They don't give it proper recovery time. They're doing everything except what they need to be doing to implement a successful non-selective grazing program, which it's not just an isolated event. It's a year-long thing. It's a very simple thing. There's no need for grazing charts and all that type of stuff. But there is a need to properly understand how to do it, properly understand how a grass plant grows, properly understand rest and recovery periods, understand the genetics that you're probably going to need to successfully implement this. And that is what Jim Elizondo's courses really bring into focus. So I was dabbling with non-selective grazing before I took his course. We were already implementing some of those practices, but could have saved ourselves a little time and heartache had I taken his course beforehand. So, but I don't want you to take my word for it. I don't want you to take Mr. Elizondo's word for it. I want you to implement it yourself before you make a decision, on whether this is right for you. I believe it is absolutely the best way to maintain high stocking rates, improve your land very quickly. But you need to trial this for yourself. But I'm going to encourage you to take his course and learn how to implement it correctly right from the start, so that you're not doing what some of those guys were talking to about before you go out there and say, oh, I tried that non-selective grazing, I tried that total grazing, and it was just a train wreck. We just made an awful mess. I would guarantee you that you were not implementing it correctly. It's not a hard thing to understand once you understand it. Jim has spent a tremendous amount of time and a tremendous amount of money, I'm sure, in putting together his school, his online school. A lot of stuff there to help you make the decisions. His master classes are great. He don't just put this stuff out there without anything to back it up. Spends a lot of time putting links to the research and stuff backing up what he says. So I would encourage everybody that's interested in making a change in their landscape, growing more grass, grazing more cattle, and doing so at a low cost, to check out the Total Grazing program with Jim Elizondo. It's a fantastic course.